Hey everybody, Vaughn here with the Vonster vlog, and we're doing some yoga. So, I am here on my mat. We are doing 3 poses today: cat-cow, downward facing dog, and cobbler's pose. I've said it before and I'll say it again, I absolutely love this yoga mat because my hands don't slip when I'm in downward facing dog. A couple of times when I've been like super greased up with lotion and like sweaty, I've slipped a little, but it's not anything like any of the other yoga mats that I've had. The only thing is that it kind of grips your skin really well. So if I haven't like sheared the sheeps, it'll kind of snag some of my leg hair. But other than that, love this yoga mat. It's linked down in the video description below. And if you guys purchase anything through there, it greatly helps support our channel. I'm also wearing merch. A super durable shirt. It's exactly the same shirt I wore yesterday. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's so comfy. And it is super durable because I haven't, not to jinx it, I haven't even gotten a stain on it yet, which that's like a miracle for me. Okay. We are going to start in cat-cow, and you can be braced on your fists or on your hands, but I'm not going to be putting my hands directly underneath my shoulders unless that's comfortable for you. I personally like to have mine just a little bit farther forward. That way I can lean into it to try to build wrist mobility, but if you're not at a full 90 degree yet, honor that. Go ahead and just scooch it forward a bit. Ooh. And find some movement. Fall in love with the movement today. I'm back here with one foot pointed and one foot. Let's just do both of them under for now. Or both sets of toes pointed behind us. And start breathing into your stretches. I like to get into a pausing spot in the asana, like breathe through the movement, but then whenever I get up like here at the highest point of cat, I like to empty my lungs and then refill them as much as I can before moving into the next posture. Just because sometimes you'll feel something different stretch than what you normally do if you're breathing. Like I get a much deeper stretch across my abdomen when I'm inhaling in cat pose. And whenever I exhale, I can bring my tailbone and the crown of my head to the sky. And then tilt our pelvis first and then roll our spine up into a nice juicy cat. You can get a little weird with it and do some side-to-side action. But from here today, we are actually going to place our hands again a little bit in front of our shoulders, turn our toes under, and we're aiming our butts at the sky. So bracing into our toes, you can lift your butt up and then straighten your legs, or just however you like getting there. Come up and in to a downward facing dog. Now you don't want to be hunching your shoulders up by your ears. Go ahead and relax your head and neck. Draw your ears away from your shoulders. Aim your pubic bone at the sky. You can actually walk, like pedal your legs out. Your heels do not have to be touching the floor. Just be wherever it is that you are. And breathe. And if that's challenging for you, you may only be able to come up for just a little while. Even if you're in downward facing dog for half of a breath and that's all you've got in you, do that and then come back down to cat-cow or just a sitting position. Kind of get your bearings, stretch your wrists out. Whew, give it a shake, and if you feel drawn to it, do it again. So we're going to come, pointing those toes. I'm coming up and back, and I am trying to ground evenly through all of my fingers. I have them spread as far as they'll go, except for my thumbs are not spread as far as that they'll go because I don't want to stress that part between my thumb and my first finger. But I am applying pressure through my fingertips just as much as I am through my palms. Trying to feel the corners of my feet. So I'm pressing into my pinky toes just as much as I am with my big toes. Nice deep breaths. And we're gonna come on back down to just sitting back. Let's move into cobbler's pose. It's a beautiful day today, but yesterday I got eaten alive by mosquitoes, so I decided to restock on the blood before going back out to feed the mosquitoes again. So this is an instance where you could sit on a block. You could put a block under each knee. That way, if you need to feel support. You can also, there have been times that I've enjoyed placing a block and then putting my feet on that block, just as ways to experiment and create a little bit more space. Because from here, with my feet braced on a block, I can actually, not bouncing and throwing my legs down, but actively engaging the muscles. I'm holding onto my ankles and engaging my muscles down. That way, it's kind of, what is that, the adductors or abductors? I can never remember, but your butt. You're using your butt to, like your outside butt, to bring those thighs down. And I don't really have enough space to do that if I don't have a block there. But after practicing bringing awareness to that muscle, now we can scooch the block out of the way, bring our feet together, and engage our muscles in that same way to really bring it down and open up. Let's get a couple of really good breaths. And you can kind of visually go on a tour with your breath. Down, feel it coming in through your nose or your mouth, coming down through your windpipe. Feeling it kind of swirl, and then bring it all back up out. Now from here, we can take ourselves by the ankles. I like to do a little bit of a wiggle. It kind of shifts all my situation out of the way. I've got a pretty generous tummy, generous amount of tummy, and I like to be able to, instead of just forcing myself into like, we're gonna do the yoga, it just ease into it. And sometimes doing a little bit of a wiggle, a little bit of a movement. Well, hey there, buddy, barging in like you pay bills. This is my dog Z. He's a jerk, but I love him anyways. Just a little bit of a wiggle and a movement. And you can find the edge. We don't want our backs to be like hunching over here. Try to keep an engaged core and a straight spine, but bend at your hips as you kind of come forward. I'm going to do this from the side so that maybe that might better demonstrate. So again, I don't want to be hunched. It's not about getting your head to your feet. It's about, you still want your heart radiating outward, but bending here at the hips, still engaging. And find the edge of where that is for you, and kind of ride that a little bit, and then come back up and out, and we can do a little bit of seated twists. I call it wringing out my sponge, just all through the day, like my neck and shoulders, my lower back, just all along my spine feels so like grimy in a way. And this is my favorite way of wringing out my sponge. Oh, hey, lip gloss. hard work being a dog all day. It's the only thing I can imagine. Yeah. He's such a good boy. Oh, are you doing some yoga with me? Hey, excuse you? Oh, I'm sorry. Well, the dog's got his bone. So yesterday, at the time of recording, we had done 2 repetitions of, I'll borrow that for just a bit, baby. In just a sec. We had done 2 repetitions of the yoga sequence, and you were more than invited to repeat the sequence and just kind of explore it and do some practice on your own and see what makes you feel good. But I'm going to leave it here at just 1 repetition of the 3 poses, and I will see you guys again tomorrow in day 4 of a year of yoga. I'm still not entirely certain what I'm calling this yet, but having a lot of fun. And I feel like even if I fall dramatically short of, even if I only do yoga for a month or a week or 6 months, like that's still, it's a week or a month or a half a year of having done yoga consistently. And so far I've only ever accomplished like a 30-day yoga challenge of doing it consistently every day. So I'm really excited to go on that journey and to go on that journey with y'all. So keep on keeping on, you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.